Okay. Yeah, well, I've been fighting with this trailer here. I got my other nurse tank up on the trailer, and what I'm doing is, I hate these bars. They suck. You have to cut these off every year because the what do you call it? Yeah. They rust up real bad from the fertilizer, and you can't get the damn nuts to back out. So you torch them off of there, and you can never get them tight enough. And threaded rod is not strong enough to hold them, so I usually use like a grade 5 bolt to hold that down. So what I'm going to do is I've got these D-rings. See? I'm going to weld them right fast to that frame. And I've got new straps. I'm going to put straps over top of them. Then I'm going to nail some boards here to keep it from sliding side to side. Even though these metal things never did anything for that. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to be doing with this tank. But the other thing is I've been fighting with my electronic brake controller. I have had this plug apart. I've had the male and female plug apart. I even went as far as to go to the little guy there. Grounding problems. I thought it was, but it wasn't. I went under there and I picked a couple of spots there to see if I could get, well, there's absolutely no power getting to it. So I spent yesterday pretty much the entire day going over my fuses with a test light, each and every one of these things, just trying to figure out what the hell is wrong with it. And I went from there, and then this morning I went up in here, and I started, let me put that thing back on there. That's a relay box for some damn thing. I think it's the, it's for the starter, I guess. Not the starter, the glow plugs. Some part of it anyway. So I went over top of every one of these, and then I thought maybe it was this thing here, so I moved the fuse over there, blah, 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 tested it, nothing happened. These 4 number 10s over on this side have no power to them until you turn on the headlights and the air conditioner and everything else, and they get power to them. So there's another relay that's running those. I think one's even the horn. Let's see. Tested relays. Yeah, it's just driving me absolutely nuts. Went up and under here. I'm not getting any talk. What the big problem is, I'm not getting any talk back to my brake controller. Well, now it claims there. Oh, there it is. Yeah, my brake controller, just no talk back, nothing. I hooked the trailer up to it, so I disconnected from this trailer. I went out to my camper trailer. I plugged that in, and still nothing. So I'm tracing it back. I've been spending, I don't know, the last hour running a test light, just breaking things apart, testing, and finally, I climbed under here, and I figured, well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick a spot, because the power's going through the plug, and it's coming through the plug on both sides where this hefty wiring harness goes through. So just by chance, I reach up in there, and I split this little casing apart, and look what I find. Let me block out that light. There's a broken wire. Uh-oh. Here's another broken wire. Holy shit, here's another broken wire, or a breaking wire. Look at this, it's just junk. So, I think somewhere, it looks like they had those little compression light fittings, or light wire couplers on there at some point. Someone did, it wasn't me. Or they picked at it with the, no, definitely had compression. Look at that, that thing is junk, it just broke off. So anyway, so I found my problem. Hopefully in the next 15-20 minutes I can have trailer brakes on this trailer again, because it really sucks going down the road with no trailer brakes, especially with 2,000 gallons of night tan. So 2,000 at 11 pounds per gallon, you got a whole lot of freaking weight back there. What would that be, a little over 4 tons? Maybe more than that. I don't know. I'd have to do my math. Well, anyways, whatever. I'm going to start putting this together. I got to chop it apart. I got all my wires and stuff here, everything. I do seem to be missing a blue wire, but it's not really going to matter. I got some lighter duty wire. I got to peel that apart. This is regular trailer wire. Jacketed primary wire. So, yeah, and then I have the heat shrink connect butt splices, and I'll be putting those on there. So, here we go. Hey, Tim, what are you doing?
Grinding?
Yeah, Tim's grinding the spots here so we can weld these D-rings fast. I got one of them on. Should be simple enough, and they're flush enough that it isn't going to interfere with too much. These are just not in the right spot. So yeah, go ahead, go for it. Let's see what happens. Okay, so that's how simple it is, and that's how simple it is for him too, because he looks like the Terminator. Anyway, yeah, I got this one here welded on, and I'll just kind of angle this thing here like so. Tim's going to go over to the other side. Wait, noisy. What? Did you say you're noisy?
Get off my wire.
Get off your own damn wire. Alright, so this shouldn't really take too long. What I'm going to do now is go ahead and finish welding these up. Now I know I'm supposed to tack on each corner of this thing before I go ahead and go balls to the wall with the welding. But you know what? If I did everything the way it was supposed to be done, my life would be mighty boring. So anyways, yeah, there it is. And besides their D-rings, I actually kind of want them to lift up a little bit on the back so that I get this countersink kind of thing going. But yeah, and it's pretty simple design. Strap the shit out of it, that's all we need to do. So anyways, yeah, I'll show you when I'm done. Or at least when I get to the next phase. You guys are probably wondering why I'm not using my MIG welder. Well, I like the MIG welder, it works really, really good, but sometimes you get an application like this where you need the strength and the reliability of a good, deep, penetrating weld. So what I'm using, my son is making lots of noise over there. But what I'm using is the good old 6013 rod, which I've used 7018s and 6014s, and god damn it, kid, you're making so much noise I can't make a video. Anyway, yeah, but these are 6013s because they bake through some paint, because this trailer at some time was all rust and pitted and they just filled it in with paint, so there's still paint left behind after the grinding. And the MIG welder would just turn it to Swiss cheese, as anybody that welds would know. But anyway, yeah, so I needed the penetration and I needed the reliability of the stick welder. And of course, look at the bead she lays down once I break that open. Here, I got a little thing here I can... Oh yeah. So, see the nice bead laid down? Just beautiful. Just beautiful, even though it's a dirty, nasty spot to be... Oh, come on. Of course, that one don't want to break off, but that's okay. We can always go here. But there it is. So yeah, if they look like dimes or nickels all stacked up, that's a good weld. Yeah, look at this one. This one here is cooled and it's come right off. So yeah, that's what I wanted to see. Real nice weld. It isn't gonna yank off of there. I can hook a tractor to this and pull it down to those D-rings like nothing and not have any problems, or of course this tank. So Well, that being said, Mr. Tim's done grinding, right? All right, so put that wrench and stuff away for the grinder, and I'm gonna start welding on the other side, okay? You sure? Where's your Terminator glasses?
I put back on your head.
Okay, it's getting dark out, but I just wanted to finish this up with, I have the straps on, I've cranked them down tight. You can see that there's just a little bit of a you know, indentation where that was, but that's normal because that's where the bands were. Now, when I fill this thing up, and I mean, I got these tighter than banjo strings, tighter than they ever were with those metal bars, and that should keep it from sliding either way. If it doesn't, well, then I'm in some trouble. I was thinking of getting some boards and nailing there, and you know, just so it can't go front to back, side to side. So yeah, it is dark. I can get this facing this way. I cut the straps and heated them up so that, you know, so that they wouldn't fray. So that's all good there. But yeah, this tank is ready to receive fertilizer, and I have 2 farms that are over 30 miles away from here. So that's why this machine had to be ready to go that far. So I will be doing that in the next couple of days. I'm running low on nitrogen, so I'm gonna have to get a couple of loads of that in here again. That'll be, let's see, load, tractor trailer load 11 and 12 out on the ground. So anyways, thanks for watching. Please comment, rate, and subscribe.